So hello, it's the Sage Horse. It's Fitz-Wayne. Welcome to my channel, and today we have an extremely important message. It's a timeless reading, so you can watch this anytime. Even if you're getting it now or you're getting it after 1 month, the message still applies. Yes. So let's get into it. Okay, I've already shuffled my cards. This is the Barbari's Zodiac Oracle. Um, yeah, I fell in love with this deck the moment I saw it, because for me it like gives clear. It just really just shows like the message more clearly for me. So we have Gemini, which is the third house, and we have Mars, and then we also have Scorpio, but in the reverse. So today's message is about how the interplay between Gemini and Scorpio, which is the interplay between the third house and the eighth house. For those of you who don't know, the third house is actually the higher self of the ninth house. Not the ninth house, the eighth house, which is Scorpio, which deals with other people's money. It deals with the remains. It deals with other people's possessions, and yeah, and the likes of that. This message for me really hits home, so it's a bit of a personal message also for me as well, which is something that I'm going through. Also, Scorpio can deal with work, like making your own money from work, but also making that money to provide for your family, for your needs. So it can deal with how people make money in order to support other people, which we have here as the Gemini. Gemini is also rules over like siblings, our immediate community, people we live with every day and in around us. It also deals heavily with communications. So communications factors a lot into Gemini, because it's the third house. It rules over the third house. And then we also have Mars. Mars in your chart rules over siblings. So if you look into Mars in your chart, that rules over your siblings. More specifically, it would be brothers a lot. So brothers, people who encourage you into into any kind of competition that can be healthy competition, most of the time, because Mars in your chart can be really healthy, but over time it is said that it actually wears over the moon, but we'll talk about that later on. So the interplay between these two, this message is personal for me because of I recently resigned from my work, and it affected how me and my siblings, or my sibling, would then have to deal with money matters, which is the Scorpio, the ninth house. So it affected how we shared our like material, like how we shared our like properties. If you have like a shared property and one of you then resign from work, then things has to change. Like things has to change. Whew, um, okay, okay. Just had to have like a quick breathe in and out. So the third house. The third house so deals with siblings, like I said, communications. So also siblings as well. Um, so if you have like a sister or a brother that you you shared like a kind of property with while you were working, while still you were working. So both of you were working, and you were yeah, you were working, so you were making money together, and then all of a sudden, um, one of you gets hit with the ninth house, which sorry, not the ninth house, the eighth house, and which a soul in the eighth house, it can show its way it splits into two, which is one side of the soul wants to keep going, making money, going to work every day, making money, while the other side of the soul really wants to enjoy life. um, and we see this when say for example, when you're starting to come late to work, you arrive drunk at work, and um, yeah, those are the like symptoms when you come late at work, when you come half sleep at work. That's because the soul in the eighth house, it gets split, which is the spirit. Then like the soul actually wants to join with spirit more, and do spirit's work more, and while the other half of the soul is then trapped into it's trapped in like the material trappings of the world, where you go to work and you have to do that, you have to do this, you have to do that. So it's one of the notorious placements in the zodiac as well, especially in the Vedic zodiac. This is a place where oh, this is Jesha. This is Jesha, where you multitask a lot, but you multitask a lot, and then you are like balancing with only one feet, but you're multitasking a lot. But the soul, at some stage, the soul wants something else. It doesn't like it can see the material trappings of the world, that it's only multitasking to balance the trappings of the material world and not necessarily the joy of the soul. So it's a powerful placement. It's the most notorious. So this actually led me to me resigning from my work, because I was at this, like, my soul was actually at that point, where I had to decide whether to keep my job, keep working, and basically like get someone's approval, go into ranks at work, only to lose my soul actually in the process, or to follow my spirit, and so that my spirit can lead the way, um, so that I can enjoy the fruits of life. I can actually deliver this message to you. I can get to a point where I can relax and I can deliver this message to you. And this message is actually for souls that haven't experienced, or that are still yet to experience this point, this placement in the zodiac. So you're gonna experience this process through competition. First of all, there'll be lots of competition, there'll be lots of pressure, and the more you compete, basically, the more you achieve things, the more you are a high achiever, the mass in your chart, it's gonna over time, it's gonna weigh on your moon, and the moon is said to like rule over the things that are needy, that you feel like needy towards. um i have I have moon in Hasta in my chart. um so there's a need for me to be a perfectionist uh in everything I do. So yeah, because I've seen the material trappings. So I had like a paradox moment where I started to see things more clearly, and be able to be there for my family, and also believe that God will provide for me. If I need anything, God will provide. Um, I'm at the point where I know how to pray. Um, I have strong people supporting me. I have my lovely wife, and I have my lovely family, and I have God, and that should be enough. That should be enough. So you will face this thing, um, the competition in your work environment. Uh, it can be anywhere, really. It can be anywhere, but in the work environment, that's where it will be more pronounced, where your boss starts wanting more dedication from you, wanting more dedication from your side. Um, it can also be through promotions as well. It can also be through promotions. Um, but you'll keep leveling up. You'll keep leveling up, and that's the big test. That's why this point in the zodiac is notorious, so notorious, because it promises you money, but after your health has been worn out. So once your health has been worn out, and this is the sixth, Virgo. Virgo is in the sixth house, which rules over your health and your enemies as well. It rules over. Virgo can also be the most can be the most materialistic sign. It can also be the most materialistic sign, because at like when you're at the point of Virgo, your soul actually gets more steeped into the material realm. So that's Virgo's lesson is to find the jewel, basically. And to find the jewel, Virgo needs to dig hard in order to find the jewel. Which then, once you found the jewel, then you go into Chitra, from Hasta into Chitra, because Chitra is the celestial architect. Sorry, it's the celestial architect, and it is at Chitra that you find your beauty. Obviously, from moving from here to actually realizing, like, to going to Virgo, you will need Jupiter in your chart. Find Jupiter. Jupiter rules over knowledge. It rules over blessings. It rules over um, expansion as well. So look for your blessings. Look for your blessings wherever they are. Really, really look for them, and look for signs. Look for synchronicities. You'll get your blessings. We'll meet